And I think that's the thing, that even though people act in a way that we don't appreciate, even though people act in a way that they don't appreciate our compassion, that supportive part still has to be, that forbearing still has to be, that caring, that sharing, it still has to be there. And why is it there? When I really looked at this, I said, the bottom line, what moved Joseph was not Mary. It was the Spirit of God. It was being obedient to what God told him to do. And God said to us, I've given you the ministry of reconciliation. I don't want you being divided and splintered and broken and tattered and torn. I want you bringing things together. That is the ministry that I have blessed you with. That's what Christmas is all about. It's all about reconciliation. It's all about restoration. It's all about making things right. And if it's all about making things right, that implies that most things are what? Wrong. And they need to be fixed. And the wrongness starts here, and then we move from here and go to those that intersect our journey and reconcile. But I have to believe this is why Joseph did the extra. Isaiah, we were in 7:14 Sunday. I'm going to close out with Isaiah 9:6, a passage that you know so well. This is why he knew. Because Jesus, being Yeshua, being Jehovah that saves, Isaiah 9:6 says, for unto us, what? A child is born. For unto us, what? A son is given. And what? The government shall be upon his shoulders. Yeah, Joseph, I can see Joseph really saw this thing is bigger than me. And sometimes that's what we got to see in the relationships and things that we're going through. It's bigger than the moment. It's bigger than my feelings. It's bigger than me being hurt or mad or frustrated. This is something that can help generation after generation after generation. Have you ever noticed when you get sideways, then your kids get sideways, then your kids' kids get sideways? Because guess what? If you don't want to talk to uncle such and auntie such and such, then you don't want your kids to connect with their kids. And so now it moves from you to the next generation, to the next generation, to the next generation. And we lose sight of the bigger picture. The government shall be upon his shoulders. But the part that gets me is how this ends with, I call it the Fab Five. The Fab Five, after that, they call him what? Wonderful. Right? Wonderful means miraculous. Counselor. Counselor means like a shepherd. Like I will advise you and I will guide you and I will lead you. That's the bigger picture, that you're going to really have some help. I can't always be there for you as your husband, as your wife, as your father, as your mother, as an employer, as an employee, as a church member. All of these things, I can't always be there. But I want you to know that the miracle, that wonderful, that the counselor, that the advisor, that the shepherd, he can always be present. Because his name is also called Emmanuel, which means what? Here, God is with us right now and always. He never leaves. He's always present. And when he's present, he's always in full. The wonderful and the counselor. And then after this, it moves into the definite articles and it has the in front of it, right? What's the next one? The mighty God, right? The mighty has all the power, all that he needs, every single piece that he needs. He is the everlasting what? Parent. He's always a parent. Everlasting, never stop, full capacity, a parent for you. Nothing better than a parent that can always be there. Parent looks at it and says, that's Pookie, but Pookie is my baby. Pookie acts up, Pookie does what Pookie does, but Pookie is my baby, always going to be my baby. That's the everlasting Father. But that last one of the Fab Five is the one that gets me. Because if there's anything a believer should have in this life, it is this. He is what? The Prince of Peace.